And we got ourselves a game. The Chicago Bulls find themselves up by 1 at halftime as Josh Giddey ends the quarter with the and one opportunity that put the Bulls up by 1. Look at that. Zach Collins is leading the Chicago Bulls in scoring with 16 so far in this game. He has 16 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal in this game. Trey Jones with 10 off the bench. Those are 2 leading scorers. Josh Giddey with only 7 points so far, but he's orchestrating the offense very well. 8 assists already for Josh Giddey. He has 5 rebounds. We're definitely on Vegemite watch tonight because Josh Giddey may get that done. Outside of that, Kobe with 6. He's 2 of 7. 6 from Lonzo Ball. He's 3 of 5. Modest Bucilis has only 3 points. He's 1 of 4 from the field so far. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. No blocks from him. Only 1 turnover. The Bulls overall in this game are taking care of the ball. Only 3 turnovers for the Chicago Bulls. They do have 10 points off turnovers, though, with the Los Angeles Clippers, 7 turnovers in that. So, the Bulls are this has been a fun first half of basketball. The Clippers had a 10-point lead at one point. The Bulls came battling them back in this game with just fun play. Trey Jones came in balling. Zach Collins was balling. The Bulls are moving the ball around a lot. We'll see how they adjust in the second half of this game. Keep in mind, the Clippers are one of the better defensive teams in the league, even with the missing Norman Powell today. But the Bulls, who got outscored 31-26 in the first quarter, outscored them 34-28 in the second quarter, which led to the Bulls having the lead here. They're moving. They're running cuts. We're actually seeing off-ball actions today from the Chicago Bulls. It's something that me and a lot of other people have been calling out for quite a while. We don't run enough off-ball actions. We're doing that. We're seeing backdoor cuts. I don't know who this Bulls team is. I don't know if Billy Donovan turned the offensive over or he just letting the players go out there and have fun. I don't know what it is, but listen, they balling right now, man. So shout out to the Bulls who are performing in the manner in which they are. And it's just a fun basketball game. I don't know if they're going to end up pulling it out. I don't know if the Clippers are going to kick it into another gear defensively. They may be toying with their food right now. We'll see. But this is the type of a game where the Bulls are matching the momentum. And that's the biggest thing that you want to see from the Bulls is just match the momentum. Play with your heads up, right? And that's what the Bulls are doing today. Kobe White's still in his funk, right? I was hoping that Kobe White was going to use the second half of last game as kind of a launching pad to play a little bit better for this Bulls team. He's not. It is what it is. But overall, man, hey, we'll see what happens here, man. We'll see what happens as it continues to play out, man. So we'll see. Get that Vegemite and butter ready, bro. Yeah, it's very much seeming like we're on Vegemite watch tonight. And I'm not even mad at it if it is, right? I'm never mad at it because that means that Josh Giddey performed and he played well. So, shout out to Josh Giddey. He may be getting it. It may be a Vegemite type day today. So, take that for what you will. Well, the young players are playing really good. Yeah, I mean, for the most part. I mean, Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips, and Modest Bucilis are combined 3 of 12. So that I don't know if all the young guys are playing well, but they're definitely being active. They're being active on the defensive side of the ball. That's a really good thing as well. PBN Pat says Zach Collins and Trey Jones looking pretty solid right now. Even Kevin playing decent. Yeah, Kevin Huerter. I mean, listen, 8 points off the bench for Kevin Huerter, 10 points off the bench for Trey Jones. I mean, really, when you look at it, the new guys are leading the Bulls today. Zach Collins leading and scored. Trey Jones is the second leading scorer. Kevin Huerter is right behind him. So, we'll see what happens. Vooch needs to sit out the rest of the year. Here's the thing, though, right? Zach Collins isn't like some amazing defender, right? So I want to be clear that he's not an amazing defender. But you see that he can move his feet defensively. He keeps his arms up as well, right? And you're seeing how a more athletic center, even though not nearly as gifted offensively as Nikola Vucevic, how because of the way that Josh Giddey and Lonzo Ball, for that matter, can keep big men involved in the game, you're seeing how that's helping them. You're seeing how so, I mean, when you look at a Derek Queen, a Kaman Malik, like when you look at these guys as being potential draft candidates for the Bulls, I'm telling you what, Zach Collins and the way that he's been able to perform the last couple of games is giving some hope there. Not to say there wasn't any hope for those guys before. Giddey running our offense is really impactful, especially with Kevin and Zach out there. Completely agree with you. Haize, when you play with effort, you're going to win a lot of games that you probably have no business winning, and tonight proves it. Tonight proves nothing until they actually win it. It proves nothing until they win the game. Bulls will have trouble with athletic teams still. Thankfully, It isn't one of them. I mean, yeah, the Bulls aren't a good basketball team. They're gonna have problems with a lot of teams, but it is what it is there. When I saw Kobe White posterize Drew Eubanks, I started having an episode. If you know, you know. That's crazy. That's crazy. Giddy making others around him better. Yeah, and that's what the job of the point guard is, right? Look at our new guys trying to prove that they belong in the league. Well, I mean, listen, I don't think too many people were questioning if Trey Jones, Zach Collins, and Kevin Huerter belonged in the league. Well, Kevin Huerter maybe because he was having such a down year. Now having Vooch means we can have 5 players running on breaks instead of 4. That's crazy but accurate. Very accurate. The pace is so fun to watch. It absolutely is. Bulls look exciting. Collins looks solid, and Huerter seems to be finding his shot the last few games. I mean, shout out to Stacey King. Stacey King said it that Kevin Huerter is eventually going to find that shot. Especially if he can find it here, and he's found it so far. I'm going to say it. Collins is going to be really good for us. He needs regular playing time regardless. People forget he used to be really good in Portland. He's a solid, good starting caliber center. I disagree with a starting caliber center, but I do think he can be a solid rotational defender. I mean, center for sure. Terry making it difficult for James Harden tonight, and he's still Lonzo's balls bitch. That's crazy. Haize looking like an undercover cop. First of all, you've never seen an undercover cop in your life. And secondly, we're not going to walk around. We're not going to act like you don't look like somebody tried to draw Tom Holland from memory. Like, that's what you literally look like, Mike. Chill out with the jokes. You're not ready for this, bro. You're not ready for this. I made it through the pregame show without roasting somebody. Don't find yourself the victim, my boy. Billy said Modest playing center no matter what. That's a fucking fact there, brother. Haize, what is this team? I see movement, cutting, and energy. What am I witnessing? If we so happen to pick up Flag Man, get rid of the ball at it home, we got some barbecue wings. We good. Here we go. We're not getting Flag, y'all. Like, come on, man. Like, we the basketball gods have not looked upon us that favorably in a while. Preach, brother Haize. Do you remember when someone said something about Vooch not playing? Seems like a big playing defense helps. And I mean, active, a little bit more mobile. Yeah, definitely. Minimal threes from the center position helps too. I take a center occasionally shooting threes, but most points on hustle plays and off rebounds and energy plays like the fast break him and Giddy ran. Vooch would not have been able to. I mean, I think there's a little bit of a recency bias. Don't act like we've never seen Vooch run the floor before. We have. So, it is what it is. Love Collins calling for the ball, Giddy feeding him, and the strong play around the rim. That's the point of having a point guard for sure. So Giddy and Collins minutes are pop. Listen, like I said, with the centers that are in this, could you imagine? And again, keep in mind, much like Zach Collins, it's not like Zach Collins is the biggest center out there, right? No, I take that back. He is 6'11". But imagine that fast break that the other guy just mentioned. Imagine Derek Queen being on that fast break with Josh Giddey instead of Zach Collins. Like, I know Derek Queen's only 6'10". He has the 7-foot wingspan, but just imagine that with Derek Queen. I know he's not an above the rim player, but like, I'm telling y'all, like, people who keep hating on Josh Giddey, I'm telling y'all, man, like, Josh Giddey haters at some point, I get it. He's not scoring extremely well this game, but at some point you just got to realize that he is playing. I know, you know what it is? We're so used to point guards being scorers nowadays in modern basketball that I think we've forgotten how having a point guard that is active, keeps their heads up, can actually create open shots, right? And with Giddey given the effort that he has been on defense lately, that's what the point guard role used to be. And so I'm not saying that he's a straight up traditional old school point guard, but he's more akin to those type of point guards. And how that keeps everybody around them active. As long as you're playing active, as long as you're getting around the rim, moving, he's going to find you. And you got Lonzo out there with him too. Come on, man. Come on. You just got to cut. You got to move without the ball, and we'll see what's going to happen here, man. Kamal Malik would be such a good addition to play alongside Giddey. It'd be amazing, honestly. Like, it'd be crazy. I'll put it like this. Collins wouldn't have gotten blocked by Mikal Bridges, and he might have bricked the shot, though. Maybe he would have drawn a foul. Supposed to be a good draft. Flag isn't the only. Yeah, listen, I've been saying that for a while now. This is not the only. It's not even the top four. It's not just that. This is a very, very deep draft. Very deep draft. Camille said, "Hi, Haize. What's going on, Camille?" At this point, if we stay stuck in the final playing spot, if the Bulls play like this, I don't give a fuck if they lose. But if they keep it competitive, off-ball action, cutting to the basket, I wouldn't mind watching more. I mean, you're here every day. You're watching every game. Stop acting like you don't watch every game. Colin solid passer too. Trey got high IQ and plays simple, smart basketball. Red velvet shooting. This man, you called this man red. You called a grown ass man red velvet. That's crazy. You call this man red velvet? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Trey Johnson fall to the Bulls, maybe. I listen. I would not mind Trey Jones on this team at all. He's actually somebody on my board. I can't wait to start draft. I can't wait to March Madness because I got something special planned for March Madness. But yeah, I don't follow his college seasons very much. Maybe it's because the Bulls rarely have a high pick, but this year is looking really nice for the draft. It's a very deep draft, very deep draft. But third quarter starting. I'll be back post game. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all.